Okay, VulcanTunes peeps. I think I got a good update for you now. We have this just about ready to roll. So in January, I demonstrated the software portion of it effectively, but the hardware was very, very rough. A one-off prototype, not ready for production. But now we have the board made and production ready, ready to serve up into a product. We got boards, we got boards, we got boards. So they come in big sheets from my PC board manufacturer, and some of you have already seen those stacked on top of that. So we have this board. Stacked on top of that is an audio decoder module that takes the data from the phone and turns it into the sound that we love to listen to on our bikes. So this one is essentially the combination of those, where the board is already installed on there. The decoder board is installed on the base board, and a detachable wiring harness. Yeah, there. So if this ever goes bad, too many bends, it breaks, you can either solder or fix it yourself, or order a new board, a new wiring harness that will just plug in and fix it. Now, obviously, this is not the finished product to go out the door. That requires a case, and just for extra information or extra credit for anybody that cares, this is a first round prototype basically for M2 standoffs. M2, that's a metric thread size for standoffs to hold the board, and that leads into the final, what's pretty much the final prototype. We may change a little bit about the case design, but this is pretty much, this is the first and only one, obviously first time anybody has seen this, because this was just done within the last 2 days, ready to go. So all of you watching this video, you're the first eyeballs on this. It's about the same size as the original Kawasaki iPod adapter. PETG plastic wire protection mesh on here to keep the wires safe from rubbing, vibration. Supposed to help that protect the wires. ABS case. It's assembled with 4 stainless steel M2 cap head screws. Part of that is like we saw with the wiring harness. I want this to be serviceable. So if this ever dies, this cable gets broken, whatever, very easy to disassemble this and install a new cable. Either order a cable, fix it yourself. But the point is we want it serviceable. Future firmware updates. Ideally, we do that through the phone, over the air. Just push a button and it updates your device with any, if there were new features to be had, playlists, that kind of stuff. Potentially. But we want this to be serviceable. I think that's pretty much its final form. Yeah, I think that's a bit. Let's take it for a spin now. A demo on this. It's not going to be really substantially different, really different at all from a perspective of your actual usage compared to what we saw in January, because it's essentially the same software. We just got this made into a product that we can actually get to you all. So it's going to show up here in a list of Bluetooth devices. Once it gets done doing startup, we'll start that going. And it's going to go ahead and start trying to play music. Okay, here we go. It's playing there. Oh, let's go back and we'll see. Okay, next song. Still show. So it's now, you can see it's updating the screen. Right there, updating. Now, obviously, that's just drawing the screen right there, making sure it updates that. Now, if we go back, so we got it on there. So now if we go, oh, let's use the control now. Oh, what do you know? We're going, yay. So that is controlling this. This is updating that. And we've made the full loop of everything that's supposed to be happening on here is happening exactly like it should. So that's pretty much all of what's involved with it now. And so let me disconnect from this so that we will be on that screen. Yeah. So if you want to get on the pre-order list, just email me there. The reason why the pre-order is important is because the pre-order pricing is going to be $88.88. That's $88 US and 88 US cents. Kind of a significant number to me, but either case, $88.88 for pre-order pricing, and for anybody not on the pre-order list, it's going to be $109 US. So you want to be on the pre-order list if you like those discounts. We're kind of getting it ready to go right now, but obviously, if you're on the pre-order list, you got a bit priority because we're not going to just generally list it on the website. Your pre-order is going to include a code that will allow you to order at the discounted price. What else do we have? Yes, had some updates that there were some people that asked, hey, what if I want to have my Bluetooth item show up? Right now this shows up as VulcanTunes.com. So if I click on it, I don't want to reconnect it right now. If you wanted to have it so that this doesn't say, it's like this is Bob's bike or whatever, you have a pet name for your bike, whatever you want to put on there. Some people had asked if that's something that we can accommodate, and I'm pretty sure we have no problem doing that. I would just have to make each board at that point would be custom programmed. I mean, I say custom programmed. It's like we make some changes and then re-update the firmware. But it's totally doable, so we'll probably add that to the product offering on the page where you can select an option to add a custom Bluetooth name for it. Trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, some had asked about customizing the text here. I'm okay with that. First, I need to figure out what that process is going to look like from our workflow here. My primary concern with that is we've had some unofficial Bluetooth adapters that were out in the wild that some people just asked me to custom build. And they didn't have any VulcanTunes identifying information. And so those people ultimately at some point sold their bikes, and I get a dealer calling me, hey, I finally figured out that this was your adapter. Do you still sell these? Totally side topic, but my point is, without this on the screen, it could be a bit more of a unknown as to where to get support for the product. But I think I'm okay with us figuring out a way to work out the sales process to get this so you can actually potentially put a custom message on there. Because the box says it's VulcanTunes. You'll be able to figure out who they need to get support from. So with all of that pretty much wraps up the update for this. If you have any questions, so if you see anything that you have any great ideas you want to see changed on this, just let me know. This is a community-driven effort and has been since I started it in 2016, late 2016, early 2017. It's been going a while. So if you see something, say something. But that being said, probably have this pre-order, the initial round of pre-order notifications going out to people in the next, I would say 2-ish weeks, maybe a little bit less. It's going to be in the order of the people on the list. As we have boards available, we'll be sending out the notifications for those of you that requested to be notified. So it's a first come, first served basis. We have a list of pre-orders, and we're going to start chewing through that and making sure we get everybody satisfied and rolling with the wireless sound. If you have any other questions on this, comment on the video or email there. Let me know. And with that, I will say catch you all later and happy riding.